We have some great news in this video today. So, backtracking to last year, a lot of you sent me messages, and I've seen it across different blogs and different tech forums. And everybody was kind of asking, hey, where's AT&T on C-band? When are they going to start deploying? When are we going to start seeing it? And I sat back and I started looking. I started checking out sites. I started talking to different people, and I just wasn't seeing enough of AT&T C-band. And then later in the year, we started hearing the whole FAA debacle, and then eventually they officially launched both. This is both Verizon and AT&T. And then when AT&T launched, we saw they only launched in about 8 cities, and it was a very limited launch even in the 8 cities. Very underwhelming. A lot of people messaged me saying they were disappointed. Well, now, fast forward to today, April going into May, that is starting to change now. I don't want to 100% put my confidence behind it, but it's starting to look like AT&T is going on a tear deploying C-band. I'm seeing a lot more activity now across platforms. I'm getting emails. I'm getting messages. I'm seeing it. People are like, New York City, Manhattan, C-band, AT&T, deploying 2 radios, AT&T dual band. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of stuff now. So in this picture, what you're seeing here, the top rack, AT&T with the C-band panel in the middle. And another thing that's interesting too is why AT&T may be able to deploy this very quickly is because at scale, thanks to FirstNet, a lot of their sites are already modernized. Sure, they have to deploy some DSS radios here and there. They still have that work to do. But a lot of that modernization, the baseband units, the 4G panels, a lot of that work was accomplished by AT&T during the FirstNet deployment at scale. Not just necessarily in the urban core, but actually at scale. Meaning also the rural environment, they spent a lot of that money, that reimbursement money they got from the government. They spent a lot of that on getting that accomplished. So now, from what I'm hearing and what I'm being told, AT&T goes to the site, the tower crews put C-band on there, they get it all hooked up, and that's pretty much it. They get there, they do that, and they leave. Sometimes that can be done within a day or two, depending. Whereas what you're seeing the second rack below, that's Verizon, very old setup, a lot older. So Verizon has 2 options here, just for reference. They can either just deploy the C-band panel and leave, or if equipment is there, they would have to do a full 4G mod, right? They would have to replace the older panels. They would have to put up DSS, and that's going to take them a little bit more time. So versus AT&T spending maybe a day to 2 to wrap up, Verizon would have to potentially spend 3 to 5 days at that same site to get that tower up to par and fully modernized. So I think AT&T, although starting from behind, if we can start getting a sense of their pace and we see, okay, this pace is impressive, because the pace started with T-Mobile. They had almost a 2-year head start, and we saw that their pace was impressive. Now we're seeing Verizon's pace, and it's like, oh man, they have full capital dollars invested behind this, and they're going at a pretty fast pace. Is there a possibility that AT&T can move even faster? Sure. If there's a market where they have all the 4G mods already modernized, they got DSS up and running, then they really just have to go and add C-band to the site, 3 sectors, and they leave. The tower crews should be able to do that very quickly, very quickly. And that could potentially be an advantage for AT&T, in the long run. They could potentially catch Verizon and T-Mobile very, very quickly, although starting late, although the guidance pushes the dates out further. We might see the most under-promised, over-delivered, guidance in history. Who knows, right? We won't know. I'm trying to get a sense of the pace, but I'm seeing it happen very quickly now. I've gotten about already like 10 plus pictures, and I've seen about 10 plus posts where everybody says AT&T C-band, AT&T C-band, and it's like very quietly happening. And this was kind of like one day to the next, so to speak. Like a couple of weeks back, everybody was still questioning. We had the analyst day from AT&T. They were like, oh, equipment shortages, this and that. Stinky was like, okay, we're going to get going in the second half of the year. And now, boom, we're just starting. I'm getting pictures. C-band in St. Louis, C-band in New York City, C-band in Miami, C-band in Chicago. It's like, wow. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you've seen C-band in your area. If you want to send me pictures, my email is in the description down below. I'd sure like to see them because that gives me a sense of their pace and the fact that they have such a more modernized network at scale. They may be able to deploy this very, very, very quickly. Now, I don't want to say the quickest. I still want to see their pace, but I think they're going to be able to work some magic here. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel for more videos and updates like these. So like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.